What's good, YouTube? Yo, welcome back to some more VTuber drama, obviously, because they can never just stay out of controversies. Yeah, cool. It's called VTubers Career Implodes after sabotaging friends and blaming it on her manager. So, cool. You got a woman who doesn't hold herself accountable to anything. That's great. Very great. Okay, cool. Let's hop in, see what's up.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here. So today we're going to be talking about some big VTuber-related drama involving one of the largest indie VTubers on the scene, and that is, of course, Sinder, who is now losing a lot of her own fans, as well as some of her connections to peers over a barrage of Google Docs that were released yesterday that show many negative things about her from behind the scenes, making a very clear picture.
You know shit is going wild when Google Docs are getting released. You know shit is going crazy, dude.
That she is someone who is very manipulative, she's paranoid, and very deceitful, and even targets these things not just to anyone, but to some people within the VTubing scene who considered her a friend. She was doing all of this, actively sabotaging some of her own friends in private, trying to hurt their career, all to line her own pocket, to make sure she's the one still on top and that these other people are no longer a threat to her. So
yeah, we haven't heard anything like this before in the VTuber drama, right? Never heard anything like this. No. This never happens. It's so unique.
We're going to be talking about several Google Docs here. We're going to kind of weave our way through them to get more context as we go. And I promise you it's definitely worth kind of trudging through this video to get more and more context, because as you get more context, the more unhinged all of this gets. And of course, for brevity's sake, I'm not going to read through every single document. You can do that on your own. They're very easy to find on Twitter right now, but I'm just going to quickly summarize the key points and give you some good context to work with here. So let's begin with this individual right here. This was the first Google Doc released onto Twitter by the user Nanolus. And this Google Doc, or at least the tweet sharing it, has 8
million. There's no way, dude. 8 million views. Wow. That's crazy, dude.
Million views. To give you an idea.
Bro, who has she beef with? Who are the friends? Because I've never heard of Sinder before. How many followers did she have? 300k. Yeah, there's no way, dude. There's no way. She has to like have some friends that are very popular that she messed up or something.
Of how big of a deal this is, okay? So who's this individual? Well, they're an artist who works primarily with VTubers, working with some of the biggest people in the industry, including some very large agency VTubers like Ironmouse.
Oh! Look at that! It's her! Uh-oh.
And also some of the biggest indie VTubers like Sinder, as well as Silvervale, who will also be a part of this story today.
Ah, there you have it. There you have it. Cindervale. Or, Silvervale. Yeah. There you have it. Okay. It starts making more sense now. The 8 million? Yeah, I get it now.
So let's begin with the intro of her Google Doc. So she says this: I wanted to share my experience with Sinder and Red manipulating me, using me, and dragging me into drama while sabotaging, slandering, and spreading lies about people I thought were her closest friends. Not only do I no longer wish to work with Sinder, but I want to share what I've endured over the years and shed light on what she has been doing behind people's backs to protect artists and friends that may be experiencing something similar. Note, based on working with Redacted, or Red, Sinder's manager, and Sinder over the years, I am sure that they speak for one another, and there is no reason to believe Red was acting without Sinder's consent and knowledge. Whenever I use they or them, it refers to both of them acting as a team. So the first thing to cover here is, who is this redacted or red individual who's being mentioned many times. And it's important to understand who they are because their name will come up over and over again, especially in a lot of the early screenshots we're going to be seeing. So this is the redacted individual, Red, as they're known here. And this is their pinned tweet on social media. And they are Cinder's manager. Now, I picked...
Oh my days, bro. Bro, why... Why is he like on his knees, bro? Oh my days. Oh my days.
This pinned tweet to show because I recognize this image. It's from WeebCon 2024, where I was a featured guest. And I mention this because I attended it in person and I got a bird's eye view of everything going on at the convention. And there was a lot of big names at this convention, especially from the VTubing scene. But I don't think anyone was as big as Cinder. She brought in a lot of people to this convention. Her meet and greet line was out the door. Her merch was flying off the shelves. Every event, including the concert she participated in, was filled to the brim with fans. She was a very big deal.
Damn.
Now, I bring that up not to like gas her up or something, but to show that she is doing very well financially. She is at the top of the VTubing scene, at least independently, and she doesn't really have a need for more money and more fame, as it would seem to the normal person, which makes her actions where she's privately sabotaging her own friends in the...
Yeah, but the perception of the normal individual is completely different than her perception. Because if you're already in like the incline on like success and money, you're gonna start craving more and more and more, right? It's like very difficult to be accepting and like gratified. No, not gratified. To be grateful for what you have. Instead, you want to work to get higher and more and more and more, right? And there's honestly no limit or any like goal that will accomplish enough, if that makes sense, right?
The industry, even more crazy because it's totally unnecessary with her circumstances. Now, continuing on with this Red individual, you can see this response to what we'll see is Cinder's first and only response to this entire thing, actually ratioing her, okay? This is from Van Peaches. She's someone who's been around the ASMR and VTubing scene for many years. She said this: I remember playing Phasmophobia with you and hearing Red chat away next to you before you debuted like 4 years ago. You told me he was your boyfriend. Then before we met for TwitchCon, you switched up and said, just so you know, my manager is coming with me on this trip, as if I didn't know who he was. It's even ickier to read this tweet knowing he is your significant other and that you're probably going to try and avoid taking responsibility for hurting people who trusted you as friends by nuking the Red side of this duo.
What? Wait. Okay, so she knows about somebody, some dude that was in a room when she was playing Phasmophobia before debut. And then she told her that it is her boyfriend. And now she's mad because... Wait, she's mad because he is her manager? Or... What? Hold on. Before we met on TwitchCon, you switched up and said, just so you know, my manager's coming with me on this trip. I mean, this could be a completely different dude, no? I mean, I guess lying about whether her boyfriend is her manager or not is kind of weird. But what if it's a completely different dude?
Now this is crazy. Once again, for the 1,000th time in the VTubing scene, the VTuber manager turns out to also be the secret boyfriend. Many, many, many such cases. But this is very messy because there seems to be an issue of loyalty here. Now, there was another Google Doc that was released by this Rain individual who is part of the ASMR scene, who shared this detailing their experience with Cinder in private, where at the time, seemingly when Cinder was with this Red individual, the manager boyfriend, she was cheating on him with this guy via sexual personal messages and stuff like that. And I'm not going to sit here and read through all this. It's very clear, and the context is abundantly clear that everyone involved in this knew Cinder was in a relationship, and she was venting embarrassing details of their relationship to this guy, and also they were sharing sexual messages and seemingly also like not safe for work photos possibly and stuff like that. Clearly there was that sort of thing going on here, and of course this person's no saint. They're interfering with a relationship and all that, but it just proves there's a very big question of loyalty with Cinder, and we're going to see that pretty much replicated among her friendships throughout this video.
Okay, now, hold on, let's go back to that picture. Let's go back to this picture real quick. Because after hearing all this, right? Show me the full one, come on. Oh, come on, you showed the full one before. Oh, come on! You showed the whole thing. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so come on. There you go. So, after hearing a little bit of the situation, right? Now this could be like a haha meme, right? But clearly she trumps over him in length, right? And he is some, goofy guy, I guess, right? But I don't know. I think this already establishes like what their dynamic is in their relationship. Clearly, there's like either a superiority complex going on here, right, or just a different power balance between the two. Clearly, she is on top in some way or manner in this relationship. If this is the boyfriend and not the other guy that she cheated on, but I think this is the boyfriend. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Anyway,
possibly and stuff like that. Clearly there was that sort of thing going on here. And of course, this person's no saint. They're interfering with a relationship and all that, but it just proves there's a very big question of loyalty with Cinder, and we're going to see that pretty much replicated among her friendships throughout this video. And this is the response. And I guess she's not even loyal to the manager boyfriend, because her first and only response to this situation currently is this tweet that she made shortly after the first Google Doc was released. And it seems like an attempt to get on top of this, but it's just backfiring. So she said, effective immediately, redacted, will no longer be managing or overseeing my Vtuber activities. He no longer represents me as a creator, my brand, or my intentions. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll make a larger response when I'm able. So, as we saw...
Okay. I mean, for a person who has like only 300k followers, having like this premium blue subscription for Twitter is kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely some superiority complex going on, I think, in this person's mind. I wouldn't be surprised if she has like some tendencies from that.
Van Peaches would correct Cinder in the replies and ratio her, saying, by the way, this was your boyfriend the whole time, and I predicted you would do this. But also keep in mind, with these sort of teaser apologies where they're like hinting at what they're going to discuss in the apology that's going to come out whenever, it's about what you mention and what you don't mention. And the only thing she really mentions here is redacted, basically kicking the VTuber manager boyfriend to the side and saying, oh, I'm sorry about everything he did. And that's really all she covers. She doesn't cover anything she said herself or any of the really crazy stuff we're going to be seeing in these Google Docs. But yeah, not a very good start. But
he caught me cheating, so now I'm going to get rid of him. That's probably what happened.
Let's return to the Google Doc, the initial one from Nanolis, saying this, slandering other creators. I will start with screenshots showing them speaking ill of other creators and spreading rumors while manipulating me that it's all in our best interest. In addition to spreading ill rumors, they also complain and accuse Bao of giving their editor too much work, and referring there to, I guess, either a joint effort between those parties or Cinder's, not really sure, but Anyways, it says, resulting in the editor not having any time for new clients, which will be important later on. The screenshots below show them showing their affection and appreciation, immediately followed by spreading rumors and lies to make other clients appear problematic to manipulate any future decisions regarding commissions. Now, they share various screenshots proving what they just said, but because we had the name drop here, that is, of course, Bao the Whale. He was another very successful independent VTuber who would make her own response to this situation, her own Google Doc, because she was hurt by someone she considered a friend discovering all these messages that are trying to blackball her, at least with some of the artists she wishes to work with in the industry. So she would share some of this in her Google Doc, and you can see at the beginning, she clarifies again, as Nanolis did, that because she was close and worked with Sinder for years and considered her a friend, she can say, based on her experience, that Sinder and Red collaborate to the extent in which Red operates as her primary point of contact in her professional and personal projects, and they believe that basically any effort done by Red is something that was known about and approved by Sinder, which is not surprising given the fact it's the manager boyfriend. Okay, so let's get into some of the things that were said about Bao. So in March of 2024, I announced that one of my subathon goals was a live 2D model. Nanolis was going to be the live 2D illustrator. So if you're not familiar with what that means, basically, she set a sub goal where she would then commission Nanolis to make a new model for her, some sort of enhancement of whatever she already had. And that is a very big endeavor. I believe Nanolis's commissions for a VTuber model are like 10 grand. Like, they're very, very expensive investments. So this is a pretty big thing to do. And also, it seems very clear from the jump here that Bao was very excited about this opportunity to work with Nanolis because her models are very good. Hence why so many people who are at the top of the industry work with her. But she continues on. After she finished both the design and base model sketch, there was suddenly back and forth on whether or not she had the physical and mental capacity to continue my model. I was very sad as I had not only teased a screenshot of the model sketch on Twitter, but I had also grown very attached to the design and showed it to all my friends in a private group chat that Sinder was a part of. I shared how devastated I was, and she did not comment or say anything despite others in the group chat comforting and reassuring me. I now realize that the reason for her silence was because Sinder and Redacted were deliberately sabotaging ongoing commissions and blocking VTubers such as myself from having access to art from Nanolis. So you can see this screenshot that we'll see multiple times.
That's quite the accusation.
Basically trying to set up an exclusivity deal with Nanolis. So Redacted here saying, what about we pay you X and you don't have to discount it from the next payment, and we'll continue giving you lots of model work, I think like around 4 years right now, but you don't work with Bao, a censor name, at all again. Models or art. I don't think you've ever done anything with Bao before. Also, we have some other work, yada, yada, yada.
What the fuck? Bro, and the fact that he put like a silly little fucking SpongeBob emoji at the end as well? What the fuck?
So what they're trying to say is, if you agree to this, we'll pay you a certain amount to just work exclusively with us and not with anyone else in the industry, which is already kind of a potentially scummy move, right? You're trying to like gatekeep this artist, but someone having an exclusive artist isn't exactly a crazy thing, but in this case it is, because one of the...
Yeah, because this is different. Like, having an exclusive artist, like, sure, right? Like, I want you on a retainer or something, right? So whenever I want something, my shit goes above anyone else, right? That makes sense. I think that's a pretty normal industry standard. You know, you pay somebody for like select amount of time or like whatever, right? And you make an agreement like, yo, hey, you're free to do whatever you want, but if I have something, I want you to put that on top of your list, right? That makes sense. But saying that you cannot work with someone That's wild, bro. Like that's insane.
The targets, Bao was their friend. They're basically chopping off contact with an artist that Bao already works with through this exclusivity agreements. And that is something pretty messed up, if you ask me. Trying to literally sabotage their own career and some of their activities so they can basically keep reins on this artist because they don't want this artist to enhance the careers of the people around them. But they get even crazier down here. They say, we could do it when blank asks for art, you tell her no, and then tell us to buy another art piece. Like, so you get another job from it. Which we'll find out, spoiler alert, this is Silvervale, by the way. They're so hung up on this exclusivity thing, they'll literally just make up things to commission just to make sure these other parties are not getting anything from this.
Bro, what is this reply from Nanolist, though?
It's a pretty...
It do be fair, but okay, can I ask for a Demon Cinder figure? What do you mean that do be fair? Not a single person should have the authority to tell you you can't work with someone when you're a freelancer. That's crazy, dude. And Nano's just going along with it?
Crazy endeavor that they're going for with this stuff. But let's talk about the other things that were said about Bao. There's a bunch of screenshots. Again, I'm just going to sum them up for the sake of brevity here, where they tried to pepper Nanolist with a very negative image of Bao. And then they present the exclusivity event or agreement. They want to make it seem like Bao is this unreliable, bad person who's going to ultimately be a disappointment for Nanolist. So you might as well sign this exclusivity agreement with us. That's what they were going for. They were saying stuff about how she's been trying to take away some of their editors that they're convinced.
She's actively trying to get rid of her competition, bro. That's the goal here. She's climbing corpses right now.
That she tried to convince these editors to no longer work with Redacted and Cinder, and that she's trying to bark up the tree of one of their live 2D animators, and that it's so annoying and that she has all these issues. It's really just lined out here. She's been getting on their nerves for a while. She hijacked their YouTube editor, constantly picking up artists that they work with, barking up the tree of the live 2D animators. And also, as pointed out right down here, she has a way of guilt-tripping people to get her way, which is an incredibly ironic thing for Redacted to be saying in this context. But as you can see, it just continues on and on with more things, trying to basically push down these other creators and form this exclusivity agreement that will ultimately work to the benefit of Cinder and to the detriment of the other potential clients. But of course, we had that whole thing where they had to cancel their endeavor with Bao. They had this model in the works and they had to come out of nowhere and basically say, yeah, I gotta cancel this because, well, I have these issues going on and I don't have time for the capacity for it. And again, it serves towards this exclusivity agreement, which again, let's shift gears back to the original Google Doc. I know it's like all over the place, but that's how we're working through this stuff. There is a section about exclusivity and blacklisting other creators. And you can see in the messages below, they mention wanting an exclusivity contract, but they didn't want to pay for exclusivity, but rather when a creator from their blacklist comes asking for a commission, they would guarantee me model work for Cinder only, and if anyone asked for my commissions, they commissioned me instead to compensate for not working with other creators. This felt very strange, given that one of the accusations they made was overworking their editor, yet their solution to me working with other creators was for them to essentially overwork me to keep me from working on other projects.
Bro, listen, man. If any amount of money will make you agree to a deal like this, Like forget redacted, right? Bro is a piece of shit, 100%. Like clear, like cutthroat. Like bro is like garbage, right? But Nano is not a saint here, bro. Like if you can get like a deal like this, right? You get a deal like this, and you agree. Like she didn't say no yet. Nano has not said anything regarding of rejecting the offer. I haven't seen her accept it either. I don't think I've seen like any like, oh yeah, sure, right? Like it's been like a more of a pushing away, kind of ignoring it kind of thing. But if she would have taken this offer, you're a piece of shit too. Honestly, like just being real here, bro. That agreement is fucking terrible. That's crazy, bro.
And again, yes, the irony is pretty palpable here, but again, referring to some of the stuff down here, the pressure that they're trying to line up over this whole exclusivity thing is crazy. We also see one of our concerns is that more nano babies means nano models don't have the same value anymore. So, in case you don't know what the nano babies things means, it basically means
probably just models
one of
she
the
makes.
Vtuber models she created. That
yeah,
they would be referred to as nano baby.
It's like that My Hero character that creates robots and like all that, right? She calls them babies too. Okay, just a nickname for her models. Okay, understandable.
Right, and they're trying to put pressure on Nanoliths, saying if you keep making more models and you keep working with more people and, you know, making a living for yourself, you're going to make these models less valuable for Cinder, and you're going to hurt her bottom line. You can see the angle they're going for right there, but there's also some more redacted sections over here, but Cinder herself would respond to this whole point about the nano babies not having the same value anymore, and she would say this in response to Nanolith saying, "Hey Cinder, hope you're doing okay. I talked with Red, and I believe he talked to you already. I thought it would be best if I just checked here personally. Actually, I wanted to know better your thoughts because Red tried to talk to me, and I think I misunderstood things." They ask, "What's up?" And they say, "Oh, it's mostly this," referring to the diminishing value of these nano babies as they work with more clients. I thought on canceling some models because of it, but then I realized it's not really fair to me. They're starting to realize, wait a second, this isn't very fair. Where Cinder responds by saying, "I understand what he means, but at the end of the day, it's just business." That is the quote that people are taking away from this. We've heard other infamous quotes in the VTubing scene that have backfired or presented themselves as very ironic with context, but the whole thing about it's just business at the end of the day is a perfect summation of what's going on here. It's all just business.
Yeah, because toxic behavior can be can just be disregarded because you can just say, "Oh well, it's money. It's business." What? This sounds like Amazon CEO shit, man. This sounds like slave trade in China. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's just business. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Genuinely, shut your bitch ass up, bro. With your just business. Nah, fuck out of here, bro. Nah.
To Cinder, and that's okay, right? On its face. It's okay to treat this like a business and to try to maximize your opportunities, but when you're already at the top of the VTubing scene and you're privately going around and sabotaging the careers of your own friends and other peers, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Bro, I don't care if she was on top already. Even if she wasn't on top. That shit is horrible, bro. Nah. It's just non-excusable.
Behavior. Now, let's go back to this right here. You're seeing some more redacted names. Don't work with blank ever again. Down here, again, you don't work with these people ever again. And there was also this mention about when someone asked for art, this particular individual. Well, we know who this individual is now. It is Silvervale, another person who is very popular in the VTubing scene and really just content creation in general. And she made her own statement about this because based on context, she figured out a lot of these mentions were about her. But this is an interesting one because she's not friends with Sinder. In fact, a lot of the details we're going to see is a lot of...
I hope nobody's friends with Sinder after this. Like, what the fuck, bro? If that motherfucker asks to, like, yo, don't take submissions from this guy or this girl, and they were one of their friends, bro, that's crazy, dude.
Pressure being put on Silvervale by Sinder to form a business relationship or a forced friendship, really just for financial opportunities, that leaves Silvervale uncomfortable and constantly rejecting Sinder and her ideas regarding those things I just mentioned. But let's begin with the intro from Silvervale, saying her intention is to give herself closure of these events that personally affected her. I debated if I wanted to even say anything after being asked if I wanted my name in the original document censored, as the situation is much bigger than just my personal experience. However, after finding out how wide and extensive the transgressions were, I feel the need to give clarity to my situation and how I was personally affected. I want to note, as others have, that a majority of the messages are from Redacted, Sinder's manager. I find it impossible that he acted solely on his own intentions without Sinder's knowledge or consent, given the extent to which he has represented her publicly and professionally. And she talks about some of these situations involving...
I mean, how professional can you really be if you communicate through fucking Discord, sending fucking emojis and memes to each other? Like, can we just acknowledge that for a little bit? Like, sure, I understand you can use Discord as an opportunity to connect with people, right? To connect with your clients, right? I totally understand that, but putting emojis throughout the messages, like, not even using any sort of like no commas, no periods, no like anything like grammatically enforcing, nothing. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Personally, if that's business, if you think that's business, talking like you're a Gen Z baby on fucking Discord, I got no respect for you, honestly. I really don't.
Already talked about, but the big part here is now the reveal that this exclusivity agreement not only targeted Bao and this censored name, but also Silver, and then directly mentions Silvervale down here, saying if Silver ever asks for art, you tell her no, and then we'll buy you another piece of art. Like I said, literally burning their own money just to make sure Silvervale doesn't have an opportunity to work with this artist. Pretty wild stuff. But of course, we look through everything.
That's disgusting, bro.
And it's getting pretty unhinged. So, down here we see Sinder making a claim that we'll see repeated multiple times. So when Nanolis starts saying that they're sorry for stepping back on this exclusivity deal, that they wanted to apologize personally to Sinder, and that they've talked with Red as well, and they don't want to be dragged into personal issues and drama and stuff like that, and that they don't want to basically abandon Silvervale as a client, and it's destroying their mentality to do that kind of a deal. Sinder says, I get it, Nano, and it was unfair to push this on you, but it's just really confusing going back and forth about it. I just get compared to her a lot, even still today, and it's like I'm having...
It's not a superiority complex, it's an inferiority complex, bro. She feels like she's in the shadow of Silvervale. At least one of them, you know? Silvervale, Bao, and whoever the other one is. That's why she wants to take out the competition. Those are the people that she sees a threat. So she's like slowly but surely making sure that they can not get new models and like improve and do other stuff. God damn, bro, this shit is backhanded as shit.
I'm always living in someone's shadows, which is one reason why Red asked you about not making any more models for her.
Well, get over it, bitch. How about that? Grow some fucking balls. Grow a fucking spine. Do your own thing. Alright? Don't try to cancel or like destroy other people's career just because you're failing in your own. That's the most pathetic shit I've ever heard. Cinder, bro, you're nah. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of shit, bro. And your fucking manager boyfriend, he's a piece of shit too, alright? Both of you. You deserve each other, honestly.
So you can see that this comparison to Silvervale is just living rent-free in her mind. And also just speaking casually here, like I don't really get the...
Says a lot, by the way. I don't really know VTubers that much, right? I knew who Silvervale was. Yeah, I know Silvervale. I've seen her around. Never seen Cinder, though. Never, ever seen anything Cinder. Never seen her. Never heard of her. And now she got some controversy, and then it comes to my radar, and oh, guess what? I understand why I never seen or heard about her. Because she's fucking trash. She's a fucking trash person. That's why she's stuck on only 300 fucking followers on Twitter. What's her YouTube like? Hey, you know what? Let's see her YouTube real quick. Cinder, huh? Cinder. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up, bro. What, you got no... Not got no YouTube, bro? What, you got no YouTube, bro? Bro, you got no YouTube? This bitch all acting high and mighty without a fucking YouTube, bro? She thinks she's gonna make it on fucking Twitch? She's more arrogant than I thought. Cinder. Probably like, Twitch then, right? Like she's Twitch exclusive? I guess she wants exclusivity deal with Twitter too, huh? Or, with Twitch. Alright, let's see. 3 days ago, she was live. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. On God. Okay. Let's see. About... Oh, she do got YouTube. Okay. Then why didn't I find it? Oh, I did Cinder with a C, didn't I? Alright. Okay, let's see. 300k subscribers. Alright, not bad. Right? That's fine. Alright. She, Oh, she did a Neuro-sama stream. Okay. Okay, yeah, she's your typical VTuber, right? Typical. I think I've seen this artist many times before for people that make thumbnails and stuff. Especially VTubers use a lot of this artist. Yeah, okay. That's cool. The hottest wolf VTuber. Let's see a picture. You know, let's see how she fully looks.
I've got a really important question for you, Neuro.
What's your question?
God, this is brain rot to the max. Holy fuck.
American firefighters.
Do you think lumberjacks are better people than...
Oh, come on, I just want a full picture. Can I get that? There you go. Okay. Okay. I mean, her model looks good, right? Looks pretty good. What about her voice?
Have a 10% chance of survival. I don't want to take that away from them.
So you would pull the lever to run over one healthy person?
Pull the lever. The polls said not to.
Did you purposely go against what the poll said?
Maybe.
Okay, I mean, she don't got an annoying voice. Not most of the time, like, these videos have an annoying voice. Okay. I've kind of grasped what kind of person this is right now. Not fully, but okay. I see what kind of content she makes and stuff. Okay, cool. Continue.
connection that much. And also, I would say Cinder really shouldn't be so threatened by everyone around her. Like I said, she's up at the top. I don't know why she's so hostile to everyone that's even close to her.
Inferiority complex. Let me show you what it means. Some people don't know. Inferiority. I don't know how to spell that. Complex. There you go. Alright, so. Here we go. Constant feeling of inadequacy or insecurity in your daily life due to a belief that you are physically or mentally inferior to others. Now, inequality, that's, or inadequately, that's another word that people might not know. It's a state of quality of being inadequate. Lack of the quality or quantity. Quantity or quality. I reversed it around, my bad. Required. So, basically, she feels like she's worse than other people. That's pretty much it. And it's like an irrational thing. You can't really rationalize why she feels like this. This is just something that she feels. You can't rationalize this thing.
But, of course, this mention of someone kind of ripping off their brand, reminding people too much of themselves or being compared to is something we've seen before with Nyantails here, okay?
Well, of course you're gonna get compared to VTubers. Because you're all VTubers. You're all the same. You do the same shit, you do the same games, you play the same you watch the same videos. Like, you do the same everything, bruh. Like, what do you do differently to, like, stand out? What do you do differently? You do collabs with VTubers. Every single VTuber does that. You do, I don't know, you play some games. Every fucking VTuber does that. What else did she do? I forgot her page. No, not the Twitch. I want the YouTube. I'm just gonna wait. Yep, don't do that. Thank you. So here. Collab with VTuber. Collab with VTuber. A song. Okay. Another song. Oh, this is a sellout moment. Okay. Another collab with VTubers. Yeah, great. Wait, Bo! Wait, what?
All right.
That's Bo, right? Oh my days. That's actually her. Holy shit, this bitch, bro. Holy shit, this bitch, bro. I know the other ones. But what the hell? Alright, anyway. That's crazy. Okay, VTuber. I turned VTubers into Pokemon trainers? How did you do that?
Today, I'm gonna be turning my VTuber friends into their very own Pokemon champ
And how do you do that?
and soft baby. Honestly, that's the vibe of this outfit. A little too obvious. I feel like Vienna is the one obvious. Like
Oh, it's just no wait.
a moth. Clefable is usually a support Pokemon and has a moon theme. It's so pretty. Yeah, and yeah, I think Ari. Yeah, Scream Tail.
Huh? How does she do it? She's not drawing it, that's for sure. Oh, there's a website. Ah. Here we go. Okay, yeah. Alright. But yeah, like, what does she do? Oh, she plays Marvel Rivals. Wow, what? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Whatever this is. Oh, Mario Party. Oh, yeah, very original. Very original. Like, she doesn't do anything unique, right? And whenever you don't do anything unique, you just do and follow whatever everyone else does, you're gonna be compared to other people. You're gonna get compared to, well, for example, Silverville, which also you just indirectly made more popular because now, because people hate you, they're gonna look up where the fuck. Is this not how you spell her name? Is it with an F? Oh my day, what the fuck is that? It's with an F, maybe? Silvervale? Nah, that makes no sense, bro. Silvervale VTuber? Oh, here we go. Oh, it's Val. It's not Vale, it's Val. Like Val from Steam. Okay. I mean, look at this. Like, genuinely, like, look at this, bro. Genuinely look at this. Okay? We're gonna put this side by side. Alright? We're gonna put this side by side real quick. Okay? This is gonna be a long video, by the way. Buckle up. Here we go. Now, tell me, what do you see that is unique between the two? But outside of the character model, right? What is it? So, what is this? My drug empire exploded. She played a game. Okay? She played a game. We played a game. And you need to desktop pad. Okay, that's another, like, pretty much game, right? Probably like from Steam or something like that. Then here, collab with VTuber. Game. Song. Sellout. Collab with VTuber and game. Like, you see what I mean? Like, there's no wonder you get like, look at you're even bro, listen, you literally get there's no way, dude. There's no way. Can I not look at this? Can I not open this? What's up with that? Okay, whatever. Look at this. You're even looking it's the same. Bro, listen. The eyes are same. The mouth, pretty much the same mouth. The same angle of the face. No wonder you get fucking... Bruh, nah. Listen, man. No wonder you get actually, like, compared to her, bruh. Like, your model is pretty much the same thing. Change the colors around, it's the same thing. Like... You got ears? Do you have ears? I don't know. I've not seen. I don't think she has ears. Oh, yeah, she has ears. Yep, has ears. Same as Silvervale. Also ears. Like, bro, listen, man. It's wild, bro. It's honestly wild. Oh, this is her new model? Okay. She got a new model. Cool. Probably got that from Zenless or Nanoless. Like, bro, what? I completely understand that you have an inferiority complex because you're trying to be Silvervale. You're literally trying to be Silvervale, and that's fine, right? You can imitate people, right? You can imitate people. You can like try to make the same content that's similar, right? That's fine, and then you make your own spin of it, right? That's totally good. That's what everyone does. Everyone takes a little bit of like something from this person, that person, this person, and it just combines it and like creates their own like clay sculpture, and that's their YouTube channel personality or like their YouTube structure of the channel, right? And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Shut up. That's nothing wrong with that at all. But when you're going out of your way to actually try and be Silvervale and then complain and moan and fucking be a bitch that you get compared to the person that you're actually trying to fucking intimidate. Bro, this is some like so psychopathic shit, bro. Whenever like a psychopath has like a target, they trying to like intimidate them or imitate them, not intimidate, imitate them and like replace them. Like, there's something there's generally something wrong with this person. Like, this person, what's her face? I forgot her name already. Cinder? Was that? Yeah, Cinder. Like, this Cinder creature, bro, like, she is fucked up in some way, bro. Like, there's definitely something significantly wrong with her. It's actually crazy. Anyway, let's continue. What else?
Marcine
bad people
pointing out
do.
That a couple years back, they were dogpiled by their community, by Cinder's community, because she decided to make a Cuddles with a Lonely Hellhound ASMR audio.
Okay.
Okay. So in case it wasn't clear already, Sinder has a Hellhound themed VTuber.
Yeah.
And people in her community seeing that someone had the audacity to try to claim any sort of ownership of a Hellhound concept, even making an ASMR roleplay audio using the concept of a Hellhound. They thought that was ripping off Sinder. And
What?
people in the community were saying stuff like, you're cringe, she was getting dogpiled, had to remove a lot of this stuff because of the overwhelming dogpiling. And you can see on tweets like this, liked by Sinder. And also...
And redacted! Yo, this Bonnie and Clyde shit, bruh. Holy shit.
redacted as well.
Also, the hypocrisy. She literally intimidates. No, not intimidate. Jesus, I can speak, bro. Intimidates. No, not intimidate. Intimidate. Imitates. Jesus, thank you. She literally imitates Silvervale. And the moment something does something like remotely similar, she hating on her ass. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, dude. She knows she's a hypocrite too, by the way, because she knows that's what she's doing, and she hates when it happens. Like, bro, listen, I don't know Silverville whatsoever, right? I don't know nothing about her. I only know that she exists. I know how her model looks. I've seen some shorts from her once or twice, right? So, let me tell you, all right? The impression that I got from Silverville, right? I think if this happens to this ASMR thing, right? If it happens to Silverville, right? Kind of similar kind of aspect. I don't know what kind of creature Silverville is trying to portray. But let's say like some fairy, I don't know, magical hound or whatever it is, right? I think if Silverville saw that, she would shout out the ASMR video saying, "Yo, look at this. This is like me, right? So cool that people take my personality and my model as like I don't know, a reference." Right? But Sinder is not a character, is not a person, I mean, that does that. The complete opposite. She sees something that is imitation, and she thinks, oh, that's stealing. Like, what? That's actually insane.
Not too surprising. But this pettiness and this crazy notion that she owns the concept of a hellhound and is supporting people dogpiling on this other creator because she dared to use the concept for an ASMR roleplay is wild. The unbelievable pettiness is crazy, and also just reminiscent.
Oh, she's also gonna sue One Piece too. She's gonna. The fuck? Oh, Cerebus, my bad. It's called Cerebus. She's gonna sue One Piece for using Hellhound? Is that next? Is she gonna sue Toei for making Hellhounds and like Cerberus and all that before she even existed? Is that gonna happen too, or is that why she draws the line? Like, oh, I can't sue them because, well, they would totally not. I could totally not sue them because that would be ridiculous because I will never win. But slowly, or like trying to backstab and backhand people and like preying on people's downfalls. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's totally okay. God, this is a horrible woman, bro.
Tool, but
God damn.
Let's go back to the art.
Like there's not even redeemable qualities in this woman, bro. There's like nothing. Like, she stabs her friends in the back. She tries to eliminate the competition in the most horrendous way I ever fucking heard of, outside of like physically harming people, right? She is scapegoating on the fact that her boyfriend manager was in the wrong here. So her actions and all that was not what she intended, and that's why she passed. She got away with, or like, no, she didn't get away. She casted him aside. She cheated on him. Yeah, she cheated on him. She makes the same content every single VTuber makes and still feels inferior for some odd reason, even though she is well on the top of like popular VTubers. Like, there's no redeemable qualities in this woman, bro. She's just a bitter bitch, bro. Holy.
Or the Google Doc from Silvervale. And this is the most brutal section. If you hung in there for the, oh my god, 25 minutes we've been talking.
Wait, it goes further than that?
This, to me, is the most brutal, hard watch of this entire thing.
Oh my days.
It's just embarrassing. And again, the greediness is off the charts. So, it's titled Cinder and I. Discovering that all of this was going on behind the scenes has been gut-wrenching. I didn't know Cinder. We weren't friends. And we have barely talked.
Yeah, that makes sense because she is slowly but surely trying to become Silverville. That was her intentions. She makes the same content. She has the same models. She got the same model artist. Her fucking profile picture is like pretty much 1-to-1. Like, it is actually insane. She's trying to become the doppelganger of Silverville. Like, and that's why she gets so offended when she gets compared to her, because shit, people just realize what I'm trying to do.
Even writing this, I do not understand what I could have possibly done to warrant the level of malice and cruelty shown. In our private interactions, I was cordial.
Jealousy. Bitterness, jealousy. She's jealous of her success, jealous of her status, jealous of everything she stands for. That's right. That's why she's trying to become you. She wants to become you. That's why she's so bitter. That's why she's so jealous. That's why she's so against giving you opportunities. That's why she's so against giving Silverville opportunities. That's why she wants the nanoless guy to not make any models for her or anyone else. Like, she is horrible, bro. She is a fucking leech. She is literally a fucking toxic piece of shit. She is literally the whenever you step in piss, no, not in piss, in shit, and your whole shoe is just all up in there, right? All in the ridges of your bottom of the shoe. That's her. She clings onto all these VTubers, all this like VTuber culture, and she pretends to be friendly and shit, try to make content to make her bigger, because she's clearly using all the other VTubers that are bigger than her to get more views and more subscribers, which, if there's no malice in that is completely fine. All right, having collabs, I don't say that's bad at all. I think that's great, right? Having fun with each other, meanwhile sharing fan bases, have like a connection between the two. Like, that's great, right? That's community. That's building a community. But she is doing it purposely for just to hate, bro. It's crazy, dude. It's actually crazy.
As possible. But I just wasn't interested in associating with her professionally or being her friend. From the few uncomfortable interactions I did have with her, I had gotten the vibe that her primary goal was to climb the social and content ladder and grow her brand.
Yeah.
She goes on to say, like, okay, if you want to do that, that's fine, but I just don't want to be associated with someone like that at all. Just trying to pretend to be a friend for the purposes of growing their brand. So then we get this screenshot saying the only time I had actually talked to her directly was during my meet and greets at TwitchCon 2023. I had just finished my meet and greet, and as I was wrapping up, she walked directly to the screen to meet me and had someone else take a picture of us together. I was not informed of this picture or asked permission for it, and only knew about it once I saw it on Twitter later on. And you can see Cinder cosplaying her own character, talking to Silvervale.
God, what the fucking narcissist, bro. Cosplaying as your own character? Jesus.
On the meet and greet, the virtual meet and greet, and
she got pretty girl syndrome, bro. Nobody has ever said no to her, because she always was pretty back in high school. She never had to encounter any adversities in her life, because everything just got done for her whenever she asked. She always got like this princess treatment through her whole life. People just putting people going on their knees and hands just to accommodate this person, bro. Wow, this is wild, man.
Caption it, stop by to say hi after my meets. Wolf girls, like trying to imply like they're united and they're in this together, even though this was the first
Yeah, this is a psychotic fucking connection, bro. Like, she's looking at this character, right? She's meeting this Silverfield person. This is wild, bro. Knowing what I know now about this girl, bruh. Holy
conversation they ever had. It's like a very lame attempt to present this fake friendship or a fake mutual respect here, and to somehow maybe try to gain some of her community as a result. Very strange stuff. And you can see later on there'd be more discussions. I believe this is Silverveil's manager saying, also, Cinder really loved meeting you and wanted to collab, so I told her I'd let you know and I could throw you guys in a group chat if you're interested. And Silverveil would say, hello, I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't prefer collabs. And the manager says, no worries. I hope you're having a good weekend. And so,
hold on. She doesn't prefer collabs. No, not bail. Fail. She doesn't prefer collabs. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Good morning. Oh.
Do you like my little hat? I remember to decorate my room too. Will you take me to
what is this?
of guys giving?
What is this? What? Oh, what is this? What? That's odd, bro. 3 weeks ago. I guess she must changed her mind on that, huh? Prefer not to have collabs. Could it possibly be that I don't know, she was lying? Perhaps? Who knows? But we know that's not accurate. For whatever reason, she lied about that, or her manager, or whoever the fuck this is.
Silverveil says, aw, thanks. Still busy with a lot of IRL stuff. Sorry for not being interested in collabs. I just like to do my own thing, but I'm always open to messages, yada, yada, yada. So then after...
It was in 2023. Hey man, I'm just getting like all the sides, okay? So 2023, huh? We gotta go back 2 years for this one. Okay, let's 2 years. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Do we have a collab? Any collabs at this point? You know, I just want to be fair. I want to like be able to like. Oh, okay, that's her mom. Okay, that makes it different. I think that's different. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, our moms. That's two. R means both. Doesn't, but you know what I mean. Who is our mom?
Hello. This is
Konzetsu.
My brother as his VTuber.
Okay, it's her brother. Okay. Still no hypocrisy found. That's good. Very good. I'm just trying to, exonerate her of my accusation right now. Because I was a bit too quick on saying, oh, well, she lied. But she could have just changed her mind. But, like, it's been, like, what? 2 years? You can change your mind after that. And it seems like she is true to her word. There's no collabs. No collab. Oh, she used to have black hair. Interesting. All right. So yeah, no collabs. Okay. Wow. I'm impressed. She kept true to her word. And this 1 year ago. And there's a collab. Yeah, just change her mind after that. Or eventually. Okay. That's fine, right? Changing your mind is not hypocrisy, alright? Keep that in mind. Alright, she didn't lie. I exonerate, or I take back anything I said.
That Cinder would then reach out directly to Silvervale and have this private DM saying, "Hi Silver, sorry for getting back to you late. I've been super sick from TwitchCon, yada yada yada. But yeah, no worries if you don't prefer to stream together. My manager suggested something more like sponsorships, merch, music, or some kind of other project together that maybe Mythic could help with if needed. I'd love to chat more either."
You know she was fucking almost saying, here, look, bro. Something more like sponsorship, merch, music, or some kind of other collaborative project together. I just know she probably typed it out like, oh shit, I can't say that. I can't use the word collaborative because now then I can say that I understand that she doesn't want to collab, but she just literally just described a collab. Like what?
Their way. And Silvervale responds by saying, "No worries, it's been super hectic and busy for everyone. I hope you're feeling better. I'm really flattered by the persistence, but I'm just not interested in transactional relationships with anyone. I hope you can understand."
And that's very valid. I understand that very well because money makes people crazy, dude. Like, if you don't know this person when you're like broke or something like that, and you learn to know this person when you're rich, that's a whole different dynamic, bro. It's a whole different dynamic because they didn't fuck with you when you were broke. But when you had money and when you had success, then like suddenly like, oh, I'm your friend. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure you are, bro. Sure you are. Hell no. Huge respect for Silvervale for standing on her business.
So they saw all the context of these interactions between the managers, and then
also you just know, like she was just reading this with like disgust in her face, like, oh god. This person again. Ugh. Stop messaging me already. She like she probably just wanted to like message back, stop messaging me and block her or something. But that would like give her bad PR, so I understand that she did it like this.
Through
I wouldn't though. I would just say fuck off.
It said, "You're proposing a transactional relationship." Like every aspect of this, even the interacting here is just part of a transactional relationship, and I don't want that. Basically, go away.
Yeah.
Based? Pretty impressive.
Damn right.
She came up with the phrase Twitter freaks like 2 years ago, but this is up there with that. Pretty base stuff right here. But then we would get more comments from Redacted pretty much on the same subject, talking about how, like at the end of the day, it isn't about how much we can make compared to her. We just want her to recognize, hey, Cinder's a big VTuber too. She got there on her own merits, just like you did. Get along. And the marketing potential and the money they could make if they teamed up. I love how that's the only part that's in all caps.
He only cares about money, bro. Hey, if you care so much about money, make an OnlyFans, bro. A lot more profitable than the VTuber business, trust me.
Caps. That is clearly the most important part of this proposed relationship between Cinder and Silvervale. It was all about making money, and when they got told no, they're now coping and seething in these messages, and they even went as far as implying...
The reason why I think the team-up would be so great is because Silvervale and Cinder is obviously trying to become a copy of Silvervale, right? So they would think it's such a good team-up because they're so similar. So they would have the same fan base, right? That's kind of what they were thinking. Which, it makes sense, right? And this is not, but like, essentially, like, wrong to ask, right? But trying to, like, be this persistent with it, like, eventually just gotta like give up, bro. Like, they're not even done yet. Look, there's another fucking screenshot after this whole fucking paragraph. Like, what the hell, bro? Give up. She said no, respect it.
That some of Silvervale's various projects, like a spinning figure, was just copycatting Cinder. That they were trying to piggyback on her ideas and basically try to replicate it, and that this was feeding into this narrative that
Wait, what?
Cinder.
She's watching and will take from or try to outdo. Wait, I just know anything we do. She's watching and will take from or try to outdo. Oh my god, you know the spinning figure we have on stream? Silver's figure was announced on Wednesday. No spinning figure. Cinder debuted Saturday. Everyone hears about it. Figure announced. Spinning figure on screen with eye figure right next to it. Silver stream yesterday. First stream since Cinder debuted. Guess what? Spinning figure with eye figure next to it. Huh? So what? So you okay, so what's the issue here? She has a command on Twitch that I'm assuming spins the VTuber avatar or something? Is that really where he is? Is that really what he is trying to say here? Like, oh, it's totally copying Cinder here because we had it first. Like, what? Bro, if that was the case, you're completely copying Cinderville because guess what, bitch? She was here first. How about you shut the fuck up then? If you think it's so important to be the first one of everything, shut the fuck up then. You got nothing. Bro, this guy is retarded, bro. Holy shit, bro. I understand why they are a couple because they are bad shit insane, dude.
That they were trying to piggyback on her ideas and basically try to replicate it, and that this was feeding into this narrative that people were allegedly making, that there's some sort of a copycat situation here, that people are associating the
They are, bro, listen, whenever you're like guilty of something, right, you accuse the other person of doing the exact same thing that you did because you know that because you're capable of doing something like that, other people must also be capable of doing something like that. So just because she is copycatting fucking Silverville, that must mean Silverville does the same thing. Like, what? For all you know, it's like some, I don't know, some chatter saying like, oh hey, I saw some VTuber do like this emote or like command on Twitch where you can like spin your VTuber avatar. Might be funny to add it on the stream. And then like, oh yeah, cool, I'll ask the people who like do that, or she knows how to do that herself. I don't know how tech savvy Silverville is, obviously. And you know, and then she implemented it because it was just a fun little feature that sounded cool or fun, like. But now it's like, oh my god, I can't believe the day afterwards, she immediately implemented it. She's fucking copycatting fucking Cinder, bitch. Like, holy, dude. Relax. Relax, bro. Relax. Holy. What a retard, bro.
The two together, and it's driving them crazy. And they want Silvervale to recognize Cinder, and that they feel there's an unspoken competition. Remember, at this point, Silvervale pretty much doesn't even know who Cinder is, and when there was a proposed set of interactions, they pretty much said, go away. I don't want this transactional relationship. I don't know why Silvervale just like completely mind broke these two people, but yeah, the proof is there. And of course, as a result of all this, it gets pretty unfortunate because then, through this whole exclusivity issue, Silvervale lost out on a model commission.
Man, fuck Nanoless, bro. Fuck Nanoless, okay? Honestly, you're a fucking piece of shit for actually accepting that deal. Honestly, bro. You're just as guilty as those motherfuckers are. That Cinder dude, the redacted dude, get out of here, bro. Both them motherfuckers are trash. And Nanoless, you're nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. Nothing different, bro. Like, it's actually great. Look what this apology, bro. Like, this is just shitting in somebody's fucking face, bro. I have to cancel model comm. I'm sorry, my manager told me I have to cancel the most comms possible for healthy reasons. Man, shut your bitch ass up, bro. You know damn well you're lying. I've been working too hard and it's getting into me. I really apologize for this inconvenience. Yeah, damn right, bro. As fucking if. I got no fucking sympathy for this motherfucker, bro. Fuck this bitch, Nanoless, bro.
From Nanoless. And that is the whole issue here, because this was something she was looking forward to, and it was taken away from her because Cinder and Redacted didn't want her to have the benefit of...
No. Don't even twist it like that, bro. Cinder and the Redacted, they are the cause, right? But she was the dam. And she opened the dam. And then the shit flooded over. Okay? She could have said no and kept the dam closed, saying like, "Yo, I don't want to do this. I think this transsexual opportunity is great, but the requirements of this contract is not something I'm comfortable with. I'm not doing it." She could have said this. She didn't. So therefore, she's a piece of shit too, bro. Nah, I got no sympathy for the Netherlands, bro. I absolutely do not. I don't care how good she is at fucking making models. All right. No way. All right? No fucking way.
Of working with Nanoless, because they knew it was a good career opportunity for her, or at least something special to her community. This whole thing is a complete...
Oh my day, look at this fucking bullshit, bro. Having some fucking crying emoji. I'm sorry, it hurt me a lot too. Oh yeah, sure it did, bro. Sure it did. I just wish I could work on everything I could, but I believe I can still go for your model sometime next year. Yeah. Yeah. Next year. Next year. Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
An utter mess. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's still some other important stuff, but I want to keep this somewhat brief, and if we have to do a follow-up, we certainly will. But the reaction to this has been brutal, to say the least. I think the overwhelming majority of people are not happy with Cinder in this situation, and now some of these old thumbnails from their clip channels are not doing great. Cinder ruins her friendships. My friends should have never trusted me. Here's another one. My model artist exposes all my secrets. And then we also see that fans are saying, "Are you kidding me? I just bought my Cinder body pillow." And then you see on her Discord server, everything is shut down. They've locked everything, and they're trying to spin some damage control here. It's not great. This whole thing is reflected really badly on her. Like I said, you know, it's one thing, you find out someone behind the scenes is not a very nice person, but it takes on a whole nother level when you're privately sabotaging the careers of not just your peers, but also people you claim to be friends with, or people who thought they were friends with you, but in the end, they were just a threat to Cinder's bottom line. But that's going to do it for this video. As always,
what a terrible fucking person, bro. End of the story. Fuck Cinder. Fuck Redacted. And fuck Nanoless. All three of them are pieces of shit. Alright? No redeeming qualities whatsoever. I got no sympathy or empathy for any three of them. They are a piece of shit. They deserve everything that's gonna happen to them soon, okay? Everyone's gonna expose them. Everyone's gonna be like dropping them. There's gonna be some retards that are gonna defend it, obviously, right? Some fucking simps that just jerk off to the fucking Cinder model all fucking day. Fucking pathetic losers. But outside of that, bro, she's done. Honestly, she's fucking done, bro. Her turn of fame and all that, it's over. It's 100% over. She'll never have any new collab ever in her life. Okay, no amount of not a single artist will work with her ever again. And not a single VTuber wants to fuck with her either. Just keeping it real, bro. Anyway, I'm glad her career's ruined. She 100% deserves that. And with that being said, let me know what you thought of the video. Leave a like, subscribe. That's about it. Fuck Cinder, bro.